Yeah, Sam was personal for today. Sheldon has a viral illness right now. We'll keep working through that. Um, but other than that, I'll hit the other injuries as we get to Wednesday and see where guys stand then.
Do you expect Orlando Brown to be able to
We'll
practice?
see. We'll just get to Wednesday and we'll see where everybody's at.
I guess can we get right to the ping pong tables?
Yeah, just creating energy in the locker room. You know, it's December football now, and need everyone to be at their best. Need everyone to have energy when they walk in the building. That creates some competitiveness. That's about all there is to it.
When did y'all make that decision that was going to be a thing?
It's something I've talked about for a couple weeks now.
What was the reaction like when they were coming back, the players?
I wouldn't say it was much of a reaction.
They're free to go. There's still a bunch of guys in there right now. Is that
Exactly.
meaningful?
Yeah, I think it is. I just want guys to interact and you know, so that's one way to do it. I'm not overthinking it too much, but it is a way to create some energy and get guys up and active.
What was your message to the team as everybody got a chance to get away and get back with these next couple of games?
What a great opportunity for us. I mean, at home against Pittsburgh in a divisional game, no better way to get our season back on track right now than to have our best week, you know, and so you know, I thought the energy was tremendous when we played the Raiders here recently from the crowd. I expect the same when we're playing Pittsburgh. Players will certainly match that energy as well. And so just phenomenal opportunity. This is December football. This is where it means something. Regardless of what our record is right now, you need to play your best football in December. And now more than ever, we're going to need that from our guys. And they understand that. They subscribe to it. And we just keep moving forward from here.
Is that a mindset thing, the December football, or is, I mean, because the weather turns, it's a little bit different kind of approach that way as well?
You get a little bit more of that, but again, just every season we've ever had, you got to play your best. If you want to do all your postseason aspirations and hit the ground running, if you make the postseason, you got to be playing your best football in December. And whether our record is 4-7 or something significantly better, we're going to need everybody to be at their best right now.
When you look at the defense, kind of how it's fared, what's kind of the biggest thing that jumped out when y'all sub-scouted and by?
I think, you know, you look at the second half of the game last week, that's how we want to play football, getting stops, ton of energy, a lot of different guys making plays over the course of the half there. And so we just got to keep that momentum going and capitalize on that and minimize the explosives, certainly. I think that's pretty key if you look at the first half in that game. And so continue to play good football and, again, just minimize those explosive plays.
How much of trying to find the right blend of who should be playing in spots that secondary has maybe played a role into why it hasn't been as consistent?
That's part of it. I think a lot of teams go through that, you know, due to injuries or whatever it is. You hit this point of the year, and it's always guys that are maybe more in a reserve role at one point in the season that are having to step up. And so that's certainly no excuse for anything that's happened in our season so far because we're one of 32 teams that's got to deal with that kind of stuff.
Having that week off to sit back and evaluate everything throughout the first 11 weeks, I believe you had said that, you know, you guys would go through every position and look at everything. Is there anything that you noticed through your self-scouting?
I think it's stuff that we look at every single week. So there's nothing that just, oh, wow, that catches your attention because I think at this day and age, you know, we've got to access so much information as the season goes, and we make sure we comb through that. You know, we had a longer week with the Thursday game, and so, again, we're just trying to put our team in the best position to go out there and play good football in December, and that starts this week against Pittsburgh, and our guys are excited about it.
What about Josh Newton tells you that the situation isn't too big for him as a rookie?
He's had a great mindset. You know, he's had tremendous energy, very focused, very mature for a young player in terms of how he conducts himself on the field and how much it means to him. And so, again, I was pleased with some of the things that he's done, you know, just his mentality as he's gone out there and practiced even today. Impressive young man, and we're going to count on him going forward.
A couple of the guys were talking about you went good on good in practice today. Is that a standard post-buy script, or is that something that was kind of a new?
You know, it was just 7-on-7. So it wasn't 11-on-11 or anything like that. So I wouldn't read too much into it. Sometimes it's the most efficient way just to get the reps in and get, you know, kind of the ones more reps. And so to go good on good was a way to do that. I think every single buy has come at different points in the season, and so the schedule's always tweaked a little bit. I'm always looking back at that as we go into a bye week to make sure I'm not overlooking anything. But it comes at different points in the season, different stages of your season, and so we always just react accordingly to what the team needs now.
The bye's always good physically. Was this one helpful emotionally,
Yeah.
mentally, in light of the record?
I think so. I think it's good just to sit back and watch other teams play and kind of see what everybody else goes through and the ebbs and flows of games, whether it be college or pro, is really good to just be able to reflect on and see, and gives you perspective going into December football. But again, it is good, I think, physically for the guys to take some pressure off their bodies, mentally, just to refocus yourself and get geared up for this last 6-game stretch going into the playoffs. And so, again, I think it came at the right time for our team.
Is there anything that specifically stood out to you as you got to watch other teams go through their ebbs and flows this week?
Nothing particular. Yeah, I think it's just good situationally. You're always trying to predict what somebody will do or make decisions for yourself, and so it's good when the pressure's not on you to be able to sit back and see what other people are going to do. It's always fun to do.
Watching that Pittsburgh Cleveland game on Thursday night, was that something where, after that game you tell the team just about how crucial this stretch is and how these division games are always just such a hard nose, hard ball?
I think that's pretty well understood amongst our team, that these divisional games they're big for a lot of reasons. They're always physical. It always comes down to the turnover battle, field position, capitalizing in the red zone. You say that every week, but in this division, you always look back at those factors, and it can usually tell you who won or lost the game. It was a good football game Thursday night. And of course we've watched the tape in depth now because that's one of our next opponents, and some of it's hard to see. You watch the end zone tape at the end of that game, and it's fun football to watch. I think it's fun for people to watch, and you never know. You get caught in one of those games. We had one in Buffalo that wasn't quite as bad as what they had to deal with the other day, but you never know, man. In the AFC North, anything can happen, and you got to be ready for all types of weather.
Did you do anything different this bye than previous byes? Is there anything new in the routine that you maybe added?
I wouldn't say that I have a bye week routine. I think I'm just like I just mentioned a minute ago. Every week's a little bit different every year.
With Evan, you've maintained your confidence in his ability throughout his struggles. Do
Yeah.
you watch closer in practice this week to help make
I mean, to watch closer, you watch every week, and I stand in the same spot. We all do, and it's something he'll continue to work through. I got a ton of confidence in Evan, and so excited to watch him move forward.
Zach, Evan was saying after,
Go ahead.
Evan was saying to us out in the hallway that he got, obviously, like a lot of the guys, got away, was off the grid for a period of time. Given where he left it off going into the bye, is that kind of maybe what you would have prescribed for him?
Yeah, it's good for everybody, and again, Evan works as hard as anybody we got on the team at his craft, and he's specific and diligent with what he wants to get done, working hand in hand with Darren and the other specialists, and I got a lot of trust in him that he understands his process, and trust him and Darren to work through that.
Josh Newton said that Trey Hendrickson is probably the person he's learned the most from by just watching the way he goes about his
Mhm.
business. What's unique about Trey's off the field, the way he gets himself to be at the level that he's at?
He's got a routine in place that he does not deviate from. I think everybody can see it. He doesn't make a big deal about it. It's just what he does. You always know when to find him and where. Throughout the entire year, all 12 months, really, to be honest with you. And so again, he does it the right way. So it's not shocking when Trey goes out and performs like he does because he's got a routine that works for him, and it helps get him to where he's at. Everyone's got to have their own routines. Not everybody has to do what Trey Hendrickson does. That's what works for him. But it is important for guys like Josh Newton, these rookies, to see, if you've got a routine in place and you know what to expect from yourself every Monday and Tuesday and so on, it gives you your best chance to survive and thrive in this league. And so I think it's good that someone like Josh notices Trey Hendrickson. He's one I would point to that has an outstanding routine that he follows and has gotten him to where he is. And it's important for those guys to establish their own routines.
Is he up there with some of the guys? Like, I mean, you guys have talked about Vaughn and just how meticulous he
Mhm.
is. Like, is Trey up there with
Yeah.
some of the guys that you coach that, like, their consistency is, like, just completely stands out?
Yeah, and I don't see everything that goes into that, but he's arguably there at the top with all the great ones you've been around in terms of their work on their own, because everybody's in the meeting, everybody's at practice doing that kind of stuff, but the work that Trey puts in on his own time, it's up there with everybody.
You intimated with Chase Brown and the amount of touches he was getting in Baltimore and then in LA, just
Yeah.
the bye week, some time off.
Yeah.
How do you feel about his workload going forward the final 6 weeks?
Yeah, we got to find ways to manage it. And again, I think just circumstances has led to what he's got in the last 2 weeks. I like for Chase to touch the ball as much as possible. He's got the potential to be explosive in every single play. At the same time, you do need another back in there to help manage that workload. Even though he got a high percentage of the snaps against the Chargers, the way the game flowed, I think it worked out well for him. But that doesn't need to be the plan every single game we play moving forward. We'll try to get other guys mixed in there to give him a little bit more of a break. Okay, thank you.